Here it is. Part 25, Dewey, of the walkthrough. We have the Eyes of Truth, and we are about to start the Trial of Archimedes.
We've been hyping it up.
We have been hyping it up. It's gotten a lot of hype from not only us, but pretty much the entire gaming community.
If you guys are stuck at this part and need to know how to get past it,
I guess
Raymond's here for you.
This is the video to watch. Now, we've got 20,000? 20,000?
Yep.
400. We need 25,000 in order to upgrade. So we're not going to be able to upgrade our things fully until the end of this fight, Dewey. Do you know how, like,
Folks,
horrible that is for
how intense this is Raymond has notes about this.
No,
and this is something I've never seen before.
I have things written down. We have a trophy. Blind Justice, that's for getting the things, I'm assuming, the Eyes of Truth.
Yep.
And it started. As soon as you pull that lever, it starts. There are no checkpoints, there are no health or magic chests. This is it. This is 3 battles in a row.
And this is pre-patch.
This is pre-patch. This is not before the Sony Santa Monica has put a patch up for the game. Starts you off with 2 Gorgons right away. Now here's the thing. You want to use your Hades gauntlets or whatever they are for pretty much the whole fight. Go and stun one of them like I have with the Ouroboros, and focus on the one that isn't stunned. Okay. Also, don't be afraid to use your Orcos thing. Dodge the shit out of that ray, because you will get frozen, and if they hit you once, while you're frozen, instant death. You have to do this all over again.
Oh, Jesus.
So that's one of the biggest issues with this, is that if you say you beat these guys and everything else that they throw at you on the first level, then you get to the second level and you beat those guys on the second level, and you get to the third level, you die, you're right back here, right at the start. You get to do it all over again.
Oh, fun.
Now, luckily, the third level is probably the easiest, so I didn't die once when I finally got to the third level.
So would you say the first or second level is the hardest?
Oh, I would say the second level is the hardest. The first level is going to be hard. I guess technically the first level is the hardest because of what it does to your health. If you're not on point 100% of the time, your health is going to take a beating. By the time you get to the second level, you're not going to have any health to fight them up there. So that's the difficult thing. Once you get up to the second level, if you kill an enemy, they give you health, so that's nice. So make sure you do that. But I'll get to that when we get up to the second level.
So I guess a good tip is keep an eye on your cooldowns. Make sure you know
that
when
exactly.
your shit is up.
That is absolutely right. Always kill them this way, and make sure you spam, and I mean spam your magic attacks. You hit that R2 button whenever you have the opportunity to, because if you kill a Gorgon or a Siren on this stage, because those are here too, Dewey, you get magic back from them. All the blue orbs come rushing back. You should have full magic almost all of the time, and be using it, and specifically be using either, if you don't like the Hades blades, fine, they are the best blades to use for large crowds of people, and that's what we're going to be facing here. You see we've got 4 or 5 different enemies right now.
Oh,
you could also use the lightning attacks if you'd like to, because that's a nice AoE attack. You have to do the L1 R1 like this when you're using your lightning magic, and it creates a big lightning bubble around you. So that's also an ability you can use. I personally still recommend using the blades because it smacks the bitch up. You know what I'm saying, girlfriend?
Yep, it gives you a little bit of invulnerability.
That exactly. You cannot be hit during that. It's very, very nice. Also, remember to always be stunning somebody when you have the opportunity and fighting everybody else.
We don't know yet. You do, but what does the Eyes of Lithia do?
The Eyes of Lithia, what they do for us is that they, you know, the blue magic that was blocking their way into that door. It gets rid of that.
Oh,
it's
that's
dark fury magic is what that blue stuff is, and what the Eyes of Truth does is it shows us that that's not actually there.
Okay.
So long as we see that, we can't walk through it. But
so it gives you no combative bonuses.
No, I do not believe so. So always remember to do it. I cannot stress this enough, that killing these people in the magic, in the special R1 grapple move away thing is so important. Also, you do not have to twitch your left thumbstick when dodging them. You can hold it, and Kratos will stay in that position where he's dodged.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't have. It's not a twitch thing. You can hold it. You can dodge all you want, really. But obviously you want to get them murdered as fast as humanly possible. The combination of the Gorgons and the Sirens are a pain in the ass because of the Gorgons, the Sirens' ranged abilities. They're a pain in the ass.
I can see that.
Yeah, even so, focus solely on the Gorgons. Basically, ignore the Sirens.
Well, because the Gorgons have that stupid thing that
they do.
did.
They absolutely do. If you have the opportunity to kill these people, do it. I'm not saying don't do that, but focus on the Gorgons because they're gonna be the one dealing the most damage. Obviously, you want to parry and dodge roll off of the Sirens, but yeah, focus on these guys first. Then you can deal with the Sirens because it's not as hectic. It's not as crazy. She hit me, Dewey. Did you see that shit? I didn't dodge that. Dodge her that time. Now I'm gonna cut her fucking face off. Bitch. Hate you. Get down. I don't want to see you anymore. Fade away. Hey, we're down to one siren.
Instant.
We're down to one siren using my magic abilities, and she's dead. That is the first phase, Dewey. Phase 1. The things lower. Also, I didn't mention this once because I'm focused completely on the fight itself, but those the raised platforms are shooting fire. Obviously, don't go into the fire. It will hurt a lot, and you are already receiving enough punishment during this fight. Now, I'm just here, depressed as shit, because I don't have enough magic orbs still. I got a lot. That fight was worth 2,000 orbs itself, so it's a pretty good fight. But this is the spot in the game where the game is like, it's giving you a rest. It's giving you a time to cool off and cool down and just get ready for the next moment, or the next fight. Some people might not want to do that. Some people might want to just go, I'm pumped with adrenaline. I'm ready to just go into the next fight. And did you want to do that? Great, go ahead, do that. But I personally needed to take a breath, calm down, adjust my mental awareness and just whatever. And
then
as soon as you rip that up, you're going to the next level. So every time the thing moves up, it stops at the Hecatoncres hands. I don't know why the Hecatoncres hands are here. We're nowhere near the Hecatoncres. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't care. Okay?
You have to do this stupid thing.
Now we get this, yes. And they send off these Furies, or whatever they're called, the blue women. And they're probably the biggest pains in the ass. Now, if you can get that QuickTime event down, awesome. You're going to have a great time during this. Also, parrying, very essential. They also are going to start throwing harpies at you. Ignore them. Use your magic attacks with the this. Now I got lucky as shit right there because the hands actually knocked off one of the Furies off the level, and that gave me a bunch of red orbs, but nothing else. I do not want that to happen with this next one. As awesome as that was, because now I only have to fight one of them. If you kill them using your grapple attack, you get health from them.
Yeah,
and that's going to be very essential because, yeah, I'm low on health. Alright? I'm still using the Hades blades because they're giving me awesome stuff like that. The rage mode ability is very nice. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but you want to make sure that those are upgraded. The Hades soul, the Ouroboros, and the Orcos heart, you want to get that upgraded to the max. Before this fight. So if you don't have those, do that.
Oh, geez,
okay.
What's going on here?
So this is the firewalls. You don't want to hit the fire. So stay on the opposite side of the fire. They're still throwing some enemies at us. That harpy is getting messed up by the fire. Not a big deal. We're just gonna mess up this harpy. Do it
from range. Don't run into the fire.
Yeah,
pretty obvious.
Pretty obvious. Throw the things away from the fire if you get the opportunity, and also throw them off of the thing in general. You get that chance. The fire, once it gets to the end of one side of it, it starts over again on the other side. So it's always going to be happening.
It's kind of convenient that you can just throw them off.
It's very convenient, but this isn't convenient. This is a hammer, guys.
You
MC
can't
hammer.
throw him.
You can't throw him, no. And so not only do you have to avoid the fire, but you have to avoid his big attacks like that, and they can be a pain in the ass. Now, we only have a little bit of health right now. We're less than half, and he's got a very big hit on us.
Oh shit, he's trying to knock us back
He's
to the fire.
always trying to knock us back into the fire. Now, since I'm only fighting this one guy, I've changed from the Hades spell, and I'm using the fire, since it's really good against close enemies, and since He's always trying to be close to us. Absolutely go ahead and use that if you like to. Slowing him down with...
shit.
Yeah, he kicked my ass right there. Slowing him down with the ice moves also might work. You got that. It's super important that you dodge just everything. Don't try to parry him. I mean, if you're very good at parrying him, do it. But don't... I would recommend just dodging everything he throws at you. We kicked his ass. Got gold orbs and red orbs. Our health is where our health is, and we have no magic left. Okay?
That's not something that I think you want going into the next level.
It's not. I don't know if you're noticing there, but when I do the flash move, that is me using the eyes of the oracle thingy.
Oh, okay.
And that's getting rid of everything so we can pull up these chains. Okay, so we've gotten the first 2 levels, Dewey.
You said the third one was the easiest.
The third one is the easiest, but I've only got a little bit of health left. And actually,
no magic.
I think that says something to actually how easy this third level is, because I have very little health and no magic.
It's a centaur.
So in the last level, there's a centaur. If you keep him frozen like this and avoid the spikes on the walls, like I didn't manage to do at the beginning, if you saw, he's not too difficult. Make sure that you're just dodging his attacks, freezing him every chance you get, and then just attack. Go to town on him. Just
very nice.
Yes, he will. If you keep attacking him once he's outside of the Ouroboros field, if you will, he will do some counterattacks. So you don't want to do that. He also charges at us. If you get out of his way, you won't have to do the quick time event, and he'll just ram himself into a wall, which will stun him.
Can you line him up to ram into the spikes?
I'm assuming that you can. Yeah, if you're good like that, you could absolutely do that. I'm gonna just try to dodge him. I don't care how I dodge him. I'm just going to do it and stun him. And if you do that, this part of the fight's easy.
I see. Yeah, I can see. It's only one enemy. Generally, if it's just one enemy, it's not a huge hassle.
Yes, if it's the one enemy, it's not a huge hassle. The hassle comes after this enemy. Dewey. Some people might disagree with me. Some people might say the next part of the fight is easier than the centaur. I disagree with them, especially if you have the amount of health that I have. I think the centaur gives us health. Let's just double check right now. There we go. So we've got a little over half health, and here come the witches. Yep. So we got to fight like 3 or 4 of these things, I believe. It might just be these 2, but my brain says 3 or 4. Not exactly sure. But once you get to these guys, just make sure that you continue to dodge, continue to parry, rip them out of the ground every chance you get. Do not let them get a single ground attack on you. And always be ready to grapple them out of the ground. That if you grapple them out of the ground, they're not too difficult as enemies go. Try not to use the fire move when there's no enemies around you. We have no more magic left. I think these guys, if you kill them with the... Oh, God, he kicked my ass there. If you kill these guys with the grapple move, they will also give you magic. So once you do that, make sure you go ahead and do that. Don't forget to use your stun move and your shadow thing, your Orcos thing.
I think, as far as I'm concerned, it's always, for me, better to have one enemy as opposed to multiple enemies, no matter what, because you can... I mean, with one enemy, you can focus on dodging everything it throws at you. With 2 enemies, it's a lot harder to pay attention to.
You've got to pay attention to both of them, yeah. It's a little difficult. But we've got one, like now I've got a little bit of magic. There was at least 3 of them in this fight. It's a pain in the butt. Don't care. But just make sure that you're grapple killing them, because you're going to want to use every time you have magic in your bar, use it. Do not be afraid to waste it here, because there's no wasting your magic here. There's always going to be an enemy.
Did you know that there were 3 levels in here?
I did know that there were 3 levels, yeah.
Okay, so you knew if you got past this one...
If I got past this one, I'm done. And we're down to the last witch, thankfully, and that's it. You can do that. It might take you a while. Like I said, it took me about a good hour and a half to beat this fight. I died a lot. I got very frustrated. I stopped playing the game. I turned off the PS3 at one point, and then I kind of forced myself to continue like a half hour later.
I'd also like to stress that Raymond is saying he had played this multiple times. It may look like, oh, that looks easy and everything. Yeah. Of course, it always looks easier.
You're only seeing the time that I finished it. That's the only. I've got an hour and a half of footage of me not finishing it. So yeah. Now we did it. We got next time use the stairs. It's a trophy you get. I will find if I find the stairs, I'll use it.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't want to go through that again?
No. Now, you've got this health chest here, and you can grab that. That's the one that I didn't grab before fighting the Trials of Archimedes. But if you do grab it, in the next room there is another health and magic chest if you don't grab them the first time. So so it's okay. The game is a little forgiving as far as what happens once you beat it. Now I'm just scoping around the room, making sure I'm not missing anything.
This is going to be the best game ever.